Hey, my name is Chris. I live in Las Vegas. I'm a magical practitioner and an occultist, and I am at the local university. And I thought I would walk the labyrinth and do a quick update on my life. Now, I know I've done this labyrinth before, and I promised to walk all the labyrinths in Las Vegas. I still have that plan. Most of the other labyrinths on the east side I've done. It's the labyrinths on the west side that I got hit up. Now, I've been in some witchcraft circles, and they've said, Chris, where have you been? Haven't seen you around lately. Basically, I've been super busy with work, but at the same time I joined a new coven, and I've been hanging out with other witches in my area, and I wanted to just share the story. So, last Saturday, I met up with witches at the Grey Witch, and it was an awesome bar, lots of cool things to do there. But that wasn't the drama. The drama was the host of the event didn't show up to her own event. So it was just me and like a couple other witches hanging out at this bar. And what's really funny is when plans fall through or something doesn't happen that was like kind of promised to happen in the witchcraft world, witches lose their fucking minds. Basically, you have different personalities in witchcraft. There's some of the witches who were hanging out with me were like, well, maybe she's her. Maybe there was a family emergency. And, you know, there's like the nurturing, loving kind of witches. And then there was that one witch, like, what kind of a bitch hosts an event and doesn't show up to her own event? So it was funny to see on one side them nurturing witches, and on the other side, like, where is that bitch? How could she even throw this without even being here? And what's really funny is like, yeah, the host of the event never gave an explanation. Oh, by the way, I'm in the center of the labyrinth now, right there. The host of the event never gave an explanation why she didn't show up for her own event. And the funny thing is, online, she did some passive aggressive, like, posts. Oh, hey, how did that event go? How did that like work out, guys? And she never even showed up. So I'm pretty sure she knows that half of the witches that showed up for to the event were pissed, and the other half of the witches were concerned. Me, I was in a bar. I was cool either way. And them drinks were hella strong. So as far as myself and my own witchcraft practice, what I was talking to with the other witches at that meeting were, I was asking their advice, basically like, hey, I just joined another coven just to start all over again from the very beginning, just to be a little bit more social and to be a little bit more humble, right? So what's really funny is talking to these other witches at this social is that they were all in agreement, and you never see that at any kind of social or any kind of witches. You're never going to see 2 to 3 witches agree on any one thing, but they did. And what did they tell me? They're like, what the hell are you doing? If you've practiced for years, if you have a connection to nature, if you haven't even done ceremony and ritual in years because you feel it's not even necessary, what the hell are you doing? And it's funny because I totally understand what they're saying. And they didn't really get my point. It's just saying, maybe I want to go back to the beginning. Maybe I want to be humble. Maybe I want to do old school ritual that is completely unnecessary. And the funny thing is the other witches, they're laughing. They're like, that makes zero sense. Why would you want to take steps back? Why would you want to go through an initiation ceremony when it's not even necessary? And which is really funny because I've met plenty of witches in the past who've told me the same thing. And I've hung out with different covens to where they were like, if you want us to initiate you, we can do so. But it's unnecessary because you already have your connection to spirit, to your ancestors, to nature, and you know the rituals. So basically, I've signed myself up for a year's course in witchcraft that I don't even need. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm doing it to be social too. But that's what I'm doing. That's how my life is going. Hugs, health, and happiness from Las Vegas. My name is Chris.